Do y'all remember the KFC that used to be in the bottom of Beaver Falls going towards New Brighton?
By the bridge?
Yeah.
Kind of. I like it's
Vague. Do you
Yeah,
remember
very
the McDonald's that was back there?
I do remember
the
that.
arches.
Man, there was all type of shit going on back there back in the day, man.
Right.
It was before the dealerships got put up back there. I know that.
Before the bridge.
I don't remember what the bridge looked like, but I remember that there was a McDonald's back there, and it was a treat to go to that bad fella.
Right.
And then when they moved on 7th Avenue, that's when they had the damn McDLTs in that some bitch.
Right. I remember going to that McDonald's. For some reason, I don't know why, it was the day we had all those fucking tornadoes. Remember that back in like '85?
Yeah.
I remember going to McDonald's and then they was like, "There's tornadoes," and then we rushed back home and then got in the basement. But as like 5 years old, I still remember that day. Like,
So what are you talking about? That one that was out James Way?
yeah, James Way, Spotlight 88, when we had like
Shit.
all them tornadoes back in '85.
Bro, I remember that day, man. It was like the day when who shot JR off
Pretty much.
Dallas, or when JFK got shot.
Right.
What was you doing that day that the hurricane or that the tornado came back up in James Way and in Spotlight 88 when it tore the damn drive-in out? I remember that.
And they said that shit was like, that shit broke a record to this day still, like the most tornadoes in, because it was like from here all the way up to Canada. There was just tornadoes, like 40 or 50 tornadoes all up this little strip up to Erie and up to Toronto and shit. There was like 50 tornadoes all of that same day in like the same hour. Like,
No shit.
kind of shit is that.
Shit, I remember going and having to get in the basement and shit for a while, man.
Right.
You didn't know what you was going to expect when you came out of that basement. Like, is there going to be a top part of the house?
It was crazy.
I remember seeing debris still floating in the air, it seemed like miles away, but shit was just floating real slow. You know what I mean? And shit scared the shit out of me.
It was an eerie feeling, man.
Right.
Right, because I never been through no tornado before.
Hell
You
no.
know what I
And
mean?
this one was like a category F5.
That's craziness.
That bitch tore down the whole drive-in theater.
And it's crazy because usually tornadoes don't happen in mountains. Like, we live in the hills, so like usually tornadoes is like Kentucky,
Flatland.
yeah, all of that down there, and we're in the plains and shit. But
Florida and shit.
yeah, like they don't happen up here in the mountains. So this
Right.
thing was going over the hills. I remember looking at if you look when you drive down the road and you look up on the hill over there by Eastvale and all that, all the trees was ripped up.
Hell
You could see
yeah.
the whole path of it.
It was a catastrophic event, man.
It was crazy. James Way.
And that's back when everything was fucking scary. You figure Children's of the Corn, that came out.
Right.
I mean, it was back to back to back shit that made you not want to go to bed.
Right.
Kidnappings was at an all-time high.
Kidnappings.
Like,
Now listen, there's a difference. I was just telling somebody this at work the other day. There's a difference between human trafficking that happens nowadays and kidnapping that happened back in the day.
yes, sir.
Them motherfuckers was going specifically for your young bucks back in the day and shit. There wasn't no damn, well, let me get her. She looks like a strong, blah, 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 blah. Them motherfuckers was going for the youngins. You seen that white van pass, motherfuckers was like, whoa, that stopped the whole game in progress. You out there playing kickball, and that white van go past. If you had any good sense, you back up out of the street like, nah, you ain't getting me.
Right.
And back in the day, we all thought we was fast as shit anyway. Shit,
You wasn't
man.
faster than no damn van.
But you gotta understand, Wax, I had an escape route everywhere I went. You wasn't kidnapping my ass, and I was bad, and I ate too much.
That shit was a scary feeling, like
Bruh.
thinking that you could get kidnapped.
Like, who's next?
That shit's
Right.
scary.
Let a
man.
motherfucker get kidnapped. Like if it's a big group of people and then we're going home and like the street lights is on and it's getting dark because it's wintertime.
Right.
And then you hear so and so didn't show up to school tomorrow after you just seen them. Man, we was just playing football on the street the other day.
Right.
Oh, so and so got kidnapped. What?
Yeah.
Kidnapped?
It was all of the special TV, like them TV shows where they had a special event. Motherfucker lure them in with some candy and shit.
And it was the dumbest motherfucking shit. Like, hey, little boy, would you like some candy? Like, sure. Right. And then they grab your hand and then pull off.
Or Arnold and when Arnold left his boy.
His boy Dudley in there.
Man, shit was getting weird. I don't blame Arnold. Fuck that shit.
Right. Dudley should have been on his P's and Q's.
That freaky ass fucking bike owner, man. That bike store owner. That motherfucker was freaky as shit.
That shit was a weird episode.
First, he got them all enticed with banana splits. That's first off. He got everybody wide open with the banana splits. Right. And I'm gonna tell you this.
I mean, he had all the ingredients for banana splits. Like, who has that?
On standby. That should have been the first red flag.
I'd have been in that motherfucker like Bumpy Johnson, like, nah, Mr. Reddy. You know I don't like nuts on my banana splits.
Man, listen, that motherfucker wasn't trying to put nuts in the banana splits at all. That's the difference, Wax. That motherfucker was trying to put some nuts somewhere else. That motherfucker, listen, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You couldn't do that shit. Now, granted, New York City, they came from New York. That was a big area. You couldn't do that shit with some fucking bright-eyed, wise-ass kids from the county.
Right.
That shit is not happening. I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, if you got motherfuckers that grew up where we grew up at, first thing we're doing is we're stealing in that shop. We're gonna steal a bell, one of those little bike bling 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 bling. We're gonna steal one of those. We're stealing a bike light. That motherfucker that goes on in the front of the fucking bike and shit, you click that motherfucker like click on the front of the bike where you can, like, when you do a wheelie, that bitch pops back down like bam.
Right.
That's getting stole too. Third of all, it's hot in here. That's third of all. Like, why is it so hot in here? Why does it smell like all kind of old furniture and books? Like, I don't like it in here. It stinks in here.
Like, I'm not trying to hang out with you.
No, I want my bike fixed, or I want to steal something out of this shop, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. Third of all, those banana splits. I watched that episode one time when I was high. I was probably about 19 or 20. I've seen a lot of banana splits in my day. And in those damn kids' defense, he made the fuck out of the banana splits. I'm sorry, man. That old man when that man was like, hold on, don't touch it yet. And he went and got the whipped cream, that motherfucker was like, I was looking at that shit like, oh shit, hold on, wait a minute. So you saying I just gotta take my shirt off? I'm thinking this is an older brother. So I just gotta take my shirt off. That's it. As soon as you try some shit,
you gotta take your shirt off and let him pop a couple of them Polaroids.
That freaky ass motherfucker wanted to
Polaroids on deck.
But here's the thing. With us, we'd have known. Oh shit, what the fuck is
right.
I know, is that Eric? What's Dennis's picture doing in this man's fucking portfolio of pictures? As soon as we seen some kids in that thing, we knew we're getting the fuck out of here. You're not going to show two Beaver Falls kids, some of their friends with their shirt off, in your house, eating tapioca pudding on this fucking couch. Not none of us.
Right.
We're not that naive.
I definitely would have been like, hey, Dudley, come on, bro. We getting out of here.
And then like
no, Arnold, I just want to...
No, Dudley.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
This motherfucker's trying to fuck.
Right.
He ain't got no bitch in here. There ain't nobody. It stinks in here. That's first of all, it stinks, Dudley.
Listen.
He has no wife.
Yeah, where's this nigga's wife at?
There is none.
So he just... playing around with kids all goddamn day?
That's just what it was,
Let's get the fuck out of here like Joey.
Mm-hmm. Let's get the fuck out.
Joey, no! Listen, hell yeah, let's go. Because it's time for us to go. We ain't coming back either.
Fuck no, and we're telling. But we're going to extort you first.
Right? We're all pulling off the lot with Schwinn.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And
then we're going to be, then we're going to be flicking that fling, sling, sling, ling, ling, on the way out. Like, ling, 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 ling. there's gonna be 3 stolen bikes going down the road and shit. That motherfucker can't do shit like I'll tell.
Shit, we might have stuck him up. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pulled a switchblade
We
on
would have
his
knew
ass
from the giddy up, like this soft ass old man. Fuck this shit, man. He didn't be like, guys, I was just trying to fucking eat some ice cream and look at your damn butts or something like that. Like, nigga, we get ready to beat your ass.
You got pictures of Mikey in there?
Hell yeah, man. I'm telling Mikey's mom, and she's crazy. She grew up on the other side of the tracks. So she'll be down here.
Now make me another split before I get out of here.
Split to go. I need to split to go, nigga. Hurry up.
We'd have been hitting in the back of the head and shit. Hurry up. That motherfucker would be like, oh shit. Like that episode would have never made it had it been us in it.
That shit would have lasted 2 scenes.
We would have smelled that apartment like, man, hold on. What the fuck you doing in here, man? Y'all got everybody thinking that you normal as fuck in here, man. You got all these pictures of my classmates in here.
You know what would have been a dead giveaway was that fucking door with the little peephole that he pulled over. I'm like, this shit is weird as fuck, man. Like,
bruh, when he had that little peephole door, that's when you knew some shit.
Right.
We'd have been like, hey, man.
Right.
He'd have been looking out that shit out of him like, we're back here! Hey! Oh! We're in the back of this man's store! And we ain't got no shirts on! We'd have owned that damn bike store.
Oh, shit.
I'd have had Carl come down there and call him and talking off ass like, Barbara? You want goddamn cops. This man's gonna get his ass beat. I'd have had my stepdad down there going crazy.
I'm fucking done. I'm done.
I'm telling you this right now. My mom and my stepdad would have went down that bitch and went ham.
All of our family.
Hell yeah. Uncle Dude would have been down there extorting the fuck out of that dude. Man. Like, he'd have been down there extorting that nigga.
He'd have been still seeing him and shit. He'd have just been trying to be easy and shit. Like, nah, man, you tried to fuck around with my nephew. Yeah, man, I'm gonna need $20.
Right.
And back then, $20 was the motherfucker.
I'm gonna need 100.
Right, and he had it too. You know he had it.
Here, Mr. Baldwin. Here, take this.
It'd have been 5 crumpled up 20s.
I'll be back next week. Like, fuck, man.
That motherfucker would have got ran out of town, man.
Oh, shit. You're stupid as hell.
I'm just saying, man. Like, those episodes would have never happened.
Man, imagine if that shit had, like, what if Mr. Bondage or somebody tried that shit with us?
Man, we'd have beat Mr. Bondage's old
like,
ass.
That's the equivalent to the bicycle man.
We was hoping some shit like that. Like, when we see that episode, like, man, I hope that shit happens to me so I can beat his ass.
And steal all of his shit.
We was rotten kids, man. We was always thinking about the come up and shit, man. As soon as I'd have looked around, I'd have been like, oh, man, I'm getting ready to steal in this
You're
damn
wild as hell for bringing that up, man.
Bruh, it was a lot of shit. Remember Mr. Belvedere?
Yeah, he was from Beaver Falls. Well, he wasn't, but the story took place in Beaver Falls.
I wonder what part of Beaver Falls it took place in. Because it's not a humongous town, so like, did it happen in White Township? Was it downtown?
They were called the Beavers, though. I do remember that. So it might have been
wild.
Like, you know, by
And,
Beaver
no, I
somewhere.
looked it up, and it said that, it was Beaver Falls, PA. So,
Right there in Black Hawk.
Probably.
Right.
You know, you can't have no butler in downtown BF. and shit.
Hell no.
Niggas will be trying to borrow him. Like, let me borrow your butler real quick. Like, let me get your butler for a couple hours. Like, man, no. Get out of here. You got clothes to wash. Like,
That butler would have came back confident and shit. He'd have brought roaches back.
He came back with a habit and shit.
What's that stuff my butler smoked?
They call it bass. Bass.
Your butler would have been hooked on bass.
You'd have been free basing.
I need to borrow your butler real quick.
Hell yeah, you definitely couldn't have a butler downtown back in the day. Because motherfuckers would have been wanting to borrow your butler. Well, yeah, we're having a party for Lil Tony and them, and we was wondering if we can borrow your butler.
Right.
Like, what?
Like, no.
Some people ask for sugar, maybe salt, but you want to borrow my whole butler just for a couple hours.
You couldn't say no to no, but man, you got a butler at the crib. Let me get $20. Like, no.
Right.
I gotta pay my butler. I can't give you 20. Then I ain't gonna have nobody to cook my food.
Then I ain't gonna have enough to pay my butler. That's some shit right there. That's one thing we could have never had, man. What about other shows, man? Like, I mean, I'm not even trying to hit home with these motherfuckers because we had so much to pick from. I remember a Fat Albert episode, man, about bullying and shit, man, when they was teaching you about bullying and, you know, the repercussions and all that. They took that away from everybody because they wanted the new normal to be this shit that we see now. It was a fucking strategic move. It's not checkers, my friend. It's chess.
Right.
So if we take all the elements out of the music and the people and what they see and do, we can have them doing what we want to program them to do. That's why I believe that, you know, we are in a position to be able to set the viewers' minds free just a little bit from the prison that, you know, society has built.
Right.
And that's of the normal, everyday thing. I mean, it's not a wonder that it feels like Groundhog Day every day.
Right.
But if I am going to have to coexist in this bitch, I want to have an opinion on what my mind goes off and thinks about, and what, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, come fuck with us, is what he's saying. Come
Pretty
fuck
much.
with us. Like,
Shit.
I mean, you don't always have to be confined in your four walls or at work, or just tune in for a little bit, crack up with us and shit, and share
Go
your
about your
opinion.
business.
Yeah, share your opinion.
Right. Hit that like, hit that, you know what I'm saying? Comment, subscribe.
And
So
if it's not too much trouble, dude,
Share it out.
They share it.
Right. So we can get this algorithm, so we can hit this algorithm, let this shit go out to everybody, man.
For real.
You know what I
Because
mean?
it's taking off, y'all. Y'all can't see it, but behind closed doors, this shit is doing pretty good.
Right.
I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
And a lot of people, I can guarantee, like, man, I hope these motherfuckers stop.
Oh, I love those people though. I hope they keep.
You're our
hoping.
fuel, goddammit.
I hope they keep hoping.
You're the reason for the season. We do it for the hate. Shit, we do it for the hate. We can feel it.
Right. We feed off.
I
of
feel
it.
like Freddy Krueger when it happens. What a rush. But nah, man, we enjoy doing it. We love bringing this shit to you every week, and we gonna keep bringing it every week. But yeah, man, we had a whole bunch of fucking shit that we grew up on, man. I mean, like Saved by the Bell, Zach Morris, Screech.
Zach
Man,
Morris is trash.
Well, that's because you was a humongous AC Slater fan, man. It was something about the way that motherfucker melted this right here. And the shag, like he had party on the front, on top, and business in the back.
I mean, if you watch the episode, Zach Morris is a piece of shit.
Why is that?
Well, just watch an episode. He just does the devious, most worst shit to his friends, and then at the end they're like, "We love you, Zach." I'm like, he didn't even say sorry and
Zach
shit.
was worse than like gossipy girls and shit.
Zach?
Zach, hell yeah, he was terrible.
Zach
man.
was alright.
Zach used to scheme on all of his people.
Everybody, his best friends, his bitch,
Right.
her friends. Like
Right.
Zach was a piece of shit, for real.
Damn, y'all giving it to Zach.
I'm telling you, there's a video on YouTube. It's called Zach Morris. What is it? Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. And
No
like, they
shit.
just break it down about how terrible he is. He's just terrible. They changed my mind. I forget who makes the videos. Look it up. But there's probably like 10, 15 different episodes where they just break down all of the horrible shit he did on each episode. I'm like,
And I couldn't wait to watch.
I did too. I
I
was
loved
fuck
it
with the
too.
show. But
Yeah,
then after
yeah.
when I grew up, but when I started watching that shit, I'm like, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like what we talked about before.
With
The
Russian
Karate
from
Kid.
Rocky.
No, the Karate Kid. How we had the opinion that Daniel-san was in the right the whole time, but from Johnny's perspective,
Right.
who's this young punk trying to move in on my territory?
Right.
Type
With my
shit.
girl.
Yeah, like
Sucker punch me and
right,
shit.
and embarrass me.
Right.
and beat my ass in a valley
Right.
tournament
Like,
with that
Johnny-
bullshit ass move.
For 20 years, I was a Daniel-san fan until I heard the story from Johnny. Then I was like, man, Cobra Kai till I die. Like,
I ain't fucking with that shit. I'm a Yagi though, so go ahead and
Fuck
talk that
that
shit.
shit.
Well, what it is,
Kobe.
what's going on?
I said
nigga?
Kobe.
Miyagi though, nigga.
Man, fuck that bullshit, man. Cobra Kai all day. No mercy, no retreat, or whatever they're saying. What was they saying?
I forget.
Mercy is for the weak.
Well, that too.
That too.
But
No
the
mercy.
credo was like no mercy. Some shit I don't know.
That's cool. Cause I'm gonna just hit you with this.
and I'm gonna treat you like.
Oh my!
I thought you was gonna do that crane kick. I was gonna say I'm gonna do like old boy in Japan,
like Chosen.
Yeah, he swatted that shit away. Like get that pussy shit out of here. And commenced at whooping Daniel's ass.
Fucking Chosen, man. God damn you, Chosen.
And then they made Chosen like a buster in the new ones.
Willing to help out.
Yeah, I'm like, you supposed to be ready to stab Danielson again.
Like when this is over, me and you. But he did. He had his moment when he fought Danielson and he paralyzed him.
Yeah.
He had his moment just to let him know.
Just real quick.
But then he worked for him. He was part of the help.
He should have stuck him after he paralyzed him. Like, remember me?
Danielson, no come back.
Again.
No make it back home.
That shit's funny right there. But Mr. Miyagi, where's Danielson?
Danielson, no here. Danielson left here now. Not here.
Not in physical form, but in mental and heart.
And in this cup of hot chai. Danielson, delicious.
Miyagi make tea from Danielson ashes. Ancient tradition.
Ancient Okinawan tradition. Danielson tea. We call it now. Drink tea.
Forget about Danielson in physical form.
Danielson in here now. About to be in here. Then come out of here. Danielson in rib sandwich you ate earlier. Miyagi put Danielson in everything.
I pissed Danielson out.
Every morning.
I smoke on Danielson now.
This is Danielson pack. Hit Danielson.
Smoking a Danielson pack.
Mr. Miyagi's up there smoking that Danielson. That's fucked up.
That's just crazy.
Shit. But nah, man, that shit, man, the killer 80s and the 90s, man, it was it, man. I promise y'all, if y'all wasn't there, you missed it. You missed a whole bunch of awesome shit. Seems like it's coming to a conclusion, fellas. So with that being said, we came, we saw, we delivered. Now, we're gonna come back at you same time, same location, different message. Peace.
Peace.